Hello and welcome to this rejuvenating upper body yin yoga class. Today I'm especially excited because this is my first time filming here in our new home that we just moved into. And Flo and I, as you know, have been traveling for the past few years, maybe even 4 years if we include the time that we lived in the RV. So this is our first time having a stationary home again. So I'm excited to film many more classes here. This is the very first one, so thank you for joining me today. Today's practice will include just a few different poses, but if you would like to extend your practice and do this form of practice, this yin yoga upper body class, for a full hour, then please head to our Patreon channel. That is where we have our exclusive community content that is only published there on Patreon. And that's actually how we can keep our YouTube channel running. So please check it out, click in the description below and head over to Patreon if you would like the extended version of this class or just to support this YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. For class today, you're gonna need a bolster or a rolled up blanket and also 2 blocks. We'll begin in an elevated Shavasana. So let's just take 1 block and you're gonna place it towards the top of your mat. I like to use it on level 2 height. So level 1, level 2, level 3. We'll keep it on a level 2, but you can do it as it feels good for you. Take your bolster, place it on top, or your rolled up blanket. And then slide the hips and the seat all the way to the edge of the bolster, and then slowly begin to lower down. Extend the legs straight and take your arms out to your sides. Palms are facing up towards the sky. Now you can either keep the legs as they are, or you're welcome to also bring the soles of the feet together for a reclined Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. Up to you. I will keep it as an elevated Shavasana. So take a moment here to get comfortable, make any little last adjustments that you need. And then once you've found a position that feels good, where you know that you can stay for a few minutes, then you have the option to close down the eyes. Take a deep breath in, fill the lungs all the way up, feel your rib cage expand in your chest. And exhale, open mouth, release, and melt. Take 2 more deep breaths, just like that. Seal the lips. And allow your breath to relax, soften. With every exhale, you can feel your body getting a little bit heavier as you allow yourself to melt into your mat, into the ground, and eventually into Mother Earth. There's a few principles that we follow in a yin yoga class. And this is coined and termed by one of the founders of yin yoga, Sarah Powers. The first principle is that you find a little bit of sensation in a stretch. So in this case, you will probably feel it in the chest, the pecs, maybe even the shoulders. Just a slight stretch. So from level 1 to 10, 1 being full Shavasana, you're just laying there on the ground. No sensations of any stretch. To a level 10, feeling sensations of pain in the stretch. We're looking to target around a level 3 to 5. So it's just a slight sensation of a stretch. The second principle is that we hold each pose between 2 and 5 minutes to really allow our body and our breath and our nervous system to relax. The third principle is that we want to remain as still as possible. So as soon as you come into a pose and you settle in, you get comfortable, you found that level 3 sensation, then you just stay and remain still for the entire length of the pose. And the last principle is that when we go to move out of a pose, you're going to do it very gently and slowly. So we'll be following these principles throughout class today. So I invite you to relax, feel into your body, reconnect with your breath, and give yourself this very well-deserved time on your mat with yourself. Begin to release the pose by bending the legs. Or if you were in that butterfly pose, you can also hold on to the outsides of the knees and help bring the legs in. And then roll onto one side. Sit up for a moment. We're going to move the bolster off to the side or the blanket. And we'll make our way into bow tie pose. So for this, you're going to come onto your belly. And you're going to start with your right arm. You're going to bring it underneath your chest. So the right arm is completely straight. You're going to keep this block here that you had at the top of your mat. And then you could either keep your left forearm just down on the ground here to help support, or you can also bring your left arm completely under your chest so that you're crossing your arms. And in that case, both palms of the hands are going to face up towards the sky. And slowly begin to bring the chest down. And maybe your forehead touches a block. And if it's not touching, if it's too high and you can't reach, you can also move the block up to level 3. You could also remove the block completely. So it's important to set up the pose, make sure that you're comfortable and that you feel supported. And then following that principle where as soon as we settle into the pose, then you want to just remain still. So we'll be here for a couple of minutes. And we're looking for that level 3 to 5 sensation. Slowly begin to lift the chest. Slide the arms out. You're going to keep your right arm under. Just slide the left arm out. And then start to roll onto your right side. Grab that block. Place it underneath your left knee. We're coming into cat pulling its tail pose. So as your left shoulder starts to open up more, you can bend your right leg and reach down with your left hand and grab onto the right foot. This is the full expression of the pose. But if you find that this is too deep of a twist, or you can't quite reach the foot, then just release the leg. You can also just straighten the leg. You can keep the left hand either behind you or you can extend it out. So it's up to you to modify and explore in your own body to find what feels good for you. And once you do, then again, settle into that stillness. Resist the temptation to move, to adjust, to fix your hair, to fix your clothes. Try to stay as still as you can, putting all of your focus, all of your energy on the breath. And release. Make your way back onto your belly. Move very slowly to get there. Grab that block and bring it back up to the top of the mat. Then we're going to switch bow tie on the other side. So bring your left arm underneath your body. And that right arm, forearm, you could either just have it here supporting, or if you'd like to take full bow tie, you can also bring your right arm across the body on top of the left, in front of the left. And again, settle into the pose. Settle into some stillness. Allow the legs to relax. Feel the weight of your body coming down. Maybe you can notice some changing in the breath now that there's a little bit more constriction. Can you breathe a little deeper? Slow down the breath. Slowly start to rise up and release. Again, you're going to keep your left arm where it's at and start to roll onto your left side. Grab that block, bring it down, place your right knee on top, and make your way into cat pulling its tail on the other side. So your right shoulder is going to begin to open up. You have a little bit of a twist in the spine. Then begin to bend your right leg. Grab on with the left leg. Grab on with the right hand. Or again, if you're here and this is too deep of a twist, too deep of a pose, then just release the left leg. Keep it straight and treat it more like a supine twist. So your practice, your body, your choice, however you want to move. And just offering suggestions and modifications But the invitation is always there for you to explore in your own way and find ways that allow you to feel that sensation of the stretch. We're here for another minute and a half or so. So really take this time to sink into the pose. Remove any feelings or sensations of resistance, of tension. Tell your body to soften, to relax, to arrive. And release. You're going to bring your left hand to the inside of the right knee and start to lift the knee up. Release the left foot. If you had it held, make your way onto your back. For our final pose of practice, Shavasana. You can bring that bolster underneath the knees if you would like to. Bring both hands down to your sides. Again, palms face up towards the sky so you're open to receiving all the love, all the support from the universe. Just allow it to pour into you. As you continue to soften and put all of your attention on the breath, I'll be ending the video here, so you can just let the video run. I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for about 2 to 5 more minutes. Traditionally, especially in Yin, you would hold Shavasana for 10 minutes. So take this time for you. Continue to rest. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Lots of love and endless gratitude. Namaste.